Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is me, Amplifier, back with another video. Before I get started, need y'all to help a brother out by hitting a like, comment, subscribe, and share if you like the content. Today, I'm going to be doing something totally different than what I was supposed to be doing. Pretty much, what I'm about to do tonight has never been done. The reason I know it's never been done, I already scoured the internet. It hasn't been done. And not to mention, it's kind of the R word to do it. You probably finished the word, but it's a look. Once I explain it, y'all see what I'm talking about. So tonight we're going to be trying something totally different here. So y'all know I got my garage system set up here, and we got a pair of audio pipe BDC 3s, if I'm not mistaken, hooked up to Hyphonics Brutus 3000 watt amplifier. So tonight what we're going to be doing is I'm also going to run the BDC 3s. I'm going to hook up my Sundown X8s as well. I'm going to hook up all 6 of those. And I'm going to run those on the Sundown SCV 3K. And if that wasn't enough, we're going to be hooking up also these pair of Scar Audios, the ZVXs 15s, and we're also going to be running that on a Sundown SCV 3K. So these speakers here are dual 2 ohm. So we're going to be running at half ohm on the Sundown 3K. These are all dual 2, so we're going to be running it at 0.67. So we're going to wire all of these in series parallel for 0.67. And these are dual 4, so we're going to be running those at 1 ohm. So that is what is about to take place here tonight. And this here is all about to make it happen. So currently we have our 2 Sundown SCV 3Ks. We're not going to worry about cutting any wire to length because all of this is temporary to see how it works. What we're going to be powering this system with is our 180 amp hour Cmax Lithium here. So we already have our 3K hooked up in the audio pipes. Currently, this is what we're charged at, 15.65. So, and you know, with my garage system radio and everything, and the way we got it hooked up, this EQ here controls the Hyphonics. And we also got our RCA ports here that's ran off the sub jack off of our radio here. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to split off our connections so we'll be able to run both Sundown amps independently. As you can see here, we have some nice thick OFC wire. We're running OFC for everything here. So like I said, we're not going to do dual runs of nothing because this is not built to be perfect. This is simply going to be testing purposes only. Everything is OFC and welding cable. Since the amps only have one input, we're simply going to run one input. Okay, so I'll probably make my power wire the big thick ones, and then my terminal on my negative. Nope, one of my negatives is going to in the end. Let's see, stop it. So due to the length here, I think we're going to have to do positive or whatever. So I'll figure out exactly how I want to run it. But since our lamps ain't going to be long enough for us to run it exactly the way we want to. So I'll figure out exactly how I want to run it. But let's work on getting this together. So that's what we're about to get going here. So the first order of business is we're going to wire up these speakers here in series parallel and get our 0.67 ohm load. And we're going to hook these speakers up, which we already got wire here for these speakers. And we're going to go ahead and work on getting our amps hooked up. So without prolonging y'all, let's go ahead and start getting these speakers wired up. I'm going to wire them up with the Nakamichi 12 gauge OFC. Should be sufficient enough. Honestly, it's got to be sufficient enough because these terminals are too small. I was going to do 8 gauge, but the terminals are too small to run dual runs of 8 gauge in them. So simply do single run of 12 gauge OFC, and that should definitely be sufficient because these don't have big enough terminals to run multiple runs of 8 gauge in the terminals to run them in parallel or series parallel. So let's go ahead and get to it. Ready? So let's go ahead and find my wire cutters and get to cutting. Okay. First order of business is to see how long our length needs to be over to our amp. So not too long. Okay. Just in case we gonna keep it hooked up for a minute. Give myself a little bit of extra room. So. So we're going to connect our positive here to our negative here. Okay, that's like perfect length. Yeah. Two runs of 12 gauge is a hassle, rather. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to make these longer. Dang it. Wait. I'm not getting scared. So, if you don't know, right now I am wiring in series parallel, which will give me a final impedance of 0.67 with all 6 wired in series parallel. So the goal here is you hook up your negative and positive that runs directly to the amp, and you cross your positive and your negative. That's series parallel. So that wires the woofer up from, because these are dual tools. So that wires each woofer up instead of down. Because if you wire it down, that'd be 1 ohm. If you wire it up, that'd be 4 ohms, something like that. Yeah, so. Yeah, if you run them together, if you run a pair of them together, wired in a series parallel to your amplifier, then they give you a final impedance of 2 ohms. But if you run them in series, or my bad, parallel, then you'll get a final impedance of a half ohm. So. So hopefully y'all getting it. So I'll show you how the wiring is done. Let's just show you now. So if you can't tell, this is series parallel wiring. This positive and negative is going to our amp. This positive and negative here is running to our second woofer, but in between here, you have this jumper wire going for your positive here and your negative here. So that's series parallel. That wire your woofer up. I actually have a video showing me doing these woofers the exact same way. So in the past, I wired them up the first time. So now, just wiring them up again, and then try to give y'all some bass. Because I'm hoping that these speakers work together and sound amazing. They're going to work together and sound amazing, or they're going to clash and have cancellation issues and sound like crap. That's the main 2 options that's going to happen here. So, because someone asked me, am I worried about anything blowing up? And I'm like, no. Not worried about breaking anything. So. Yeah, should have had the trash bag down here, but I'll sweep it up. So here's your final look on the wiring. Not perfect, but you can see jumper wire, power negative, jumper wire, power negative, jumper wire, power negative, jumper wire, all the way to from number 5 to number 6. So that's series parallel, and that should be a final impedance of 0.67. So what we're going to do is see if I can find one of my multimeters, and I'll show you. Keep running to mosquitoes in my garage. Boy, I don't know where they living at. Okay, so no matter what woofer I touch, it should give me my final impedance of 0.67. So see if I did right. Alrighty, so let's see. As you can see, 0.8, 0.9. So it's under 1 ohm. So 0.67 is supposed to be a final impedance. It's definitely under 1 ohm, as you can see. Try to get that for you. So yeah, we got it right, wired correctly. So let's go ahead and wire these up. Let's check these while we're right here. Like I said, they should be already wired to 0.6. I mean, these already should be wired to half ohm. So as you can see, reading 0.9. So a little high, but that's not bad. So, but these are dual 2 ohm woofers. So as you see, it's dropping a little bit. So not bad. And that's the woofers at the bottom. So these are the Scar Audio ZVX 12s. These are Recons. So, and the simple way we doing this is we're going to use some 12 gauge as well. But because you see these are 8 gauge, but I don't feel like cutting my 8 gauge like that, so we're going to use some more 12 gauge. But the way we're going to tie it together is, I'll show you in a second. Now I don't recommend using different size wire at home. Like I said, this is not a permanent application at all, so this is just to see how they're going to work together. So we're going to use these to link it. Okay, these are 4 gauge to 8 gauge, actually terminals. So, but linking the stuff in the middle, they'd be good for that. This is how we're linking it. See, simple. We're going to put some tape over it, and we're going to tighten it up, of course. So that's how we're linking it. See. Now I'm going to put some tape on them so we know they're not going to touch. Okay, so they're both tight. Let's get some electrical tape and tape off our positive lead. We technically don't need to tape. I'll probably tape off both. Why not? Ain't like the tape going to hurt me. Like I said, unless you know what you're doing, do not try this at home. Right now, technically, I don't know what I'm doing. So, only reason I'm trying this is because I know I got the battery power. Because that 180 amp hour Cmax is capable of running technically a 40,000 watt system under, I think, a 370 alternator or whatever. So we're not running in the real world, so we have no alternator. We just have the bench charger just casually charging, and it's at 15 volts plus. And most of these amps are rated at 14.4. So for what we doing, it shouldn't even drop below 15. Depending on how long I played with it and how much current I'm drawing, which I don't know yet. So, and that's if it even sounds good with them working together. Right now, this is a whole experiment. So, like I said, do not try this at home. There should be, or there shouldn't be, any equipment damaged in the making of this video. So, that's the most logical outcome. But in the real world, we've seen things happen when they aren't supposed to happen. So, let's just hope nothing does. Now we're going to go over here and get our amps hooked up. Let's get y'all turned around. Ready? So let's go ahead and cut our wire. Get this out the way. I forgot about this amp. This amp needs to be retapped. As far as the screw holes, quite a few of them need to be retapped. It's the one I bought from Ohio. I gotta see if that's possible. I'm just hooking up my speaker wires first, because why not? Like I said, y'all gonna be watching this video after I shoot it, so y'all probably gonna have all types of comments, but I'm here trying this, so you don't have to. Or you might want to. So let's see. Now mind you, it is after 9 p.m. here. So with me being in my garage, I hope it doesn't travel too far, but I will find out. I will be finding out soon. So let's work on getting. Now I got these huge 4-aught to 1-aught terminals here. So it makes our doing our wire easier, because here we have this is a 4-aught cable. So I'm going to use this for positive for one of our amps here. Yeah, we actually do got a 4-aught wire. So like I said, I don't feel like running dual. That'll take too much time trying to get the wire to and all that. So alrighty. Where is my Allen set? I don't think any of these big enough. Nope. Okay, so I gotta go find big boys. Let's see. Yep, that works. See? 2 wasn't that far after all. Righty, so in order to run these on the sundown amp, one of these has to be ran upside down. Other than that, they stick out too far and they will touch and actually block you from being able to put in your remote wire. So I already tested that part. So alrighty. Why do I misplace stuff like every 2 seconds? Like literally. There we go. So tighten up our Phillips screw. Remote wire is going to be pretty simple and straightforward. So let's see. Go ahead, hook up both our remote wires. What can you see on this one? Okay, you can see almost everything. So let's straighten it out a little bit. So hook up both our remote wires. Oh, I see. I made a mistake and made that a ground. Okay. I gotta change that. It's gonna be our positive. So I gotta flip the other way. Okay. dang on 4-aught cable. That's thick. Like my baby mama, thick. Okay. Cut our other tips. Ready? So let's go ahead and figure out what I want to use as my ground. So my ground kind of long only because it's on that side of the battery. So alrighty, so that means this is going to have to be my ground on the other amp because I can't all of my other grounds are too short. So let's do that real quick. That's why I said this ain't gonna be a perfect harmony test, but we'll get there. We will get there. Ready? So this one has to be upside down so we won't bump. Now, of course, my positive ain't hooked up just yet, so hooked up. Now let's work on amp number 2 to see what's going to be what. So obviously one of these going to have to be my ground because of the length. So I guess this one has to be it. So I gotta cut that tip off. That's the only cutting that will be in this video. Alrighty. Not trying to waste any wire that I don't need to. Ready. Wait, is that the wire or probably not? Let's go ahead and go down a little bit. Boy. Jesus. Is this thing sharp or what? This thing must not be that sharp because it don't want to go through. Wow. Been cutting, but it ain't that sharp. This is some thick. Oh, this 4-aught as well. Oh, that's why I don't want to go through. It's 4-aught. Boy. If you ever cut 4-aught in the comment section, let me know. Jesus. This is crazy. I think this is like my official first time cutting 4-aught. Ready. Cut. Boy. This cable is cable. This is cable. Shout out to Ha Davis. Yeah, these dang on 4-aught terminals are huge, but you can see the 4-aught definitely fits. It's just if your amp ain't got a certain amount of room, you won't be able to run it, or won't run these rather. So. I forgot who symbol this is on these. Y'all let me know. I'll show it again. Because I recommend y'all to them. I just can't remember who I bought them from right now. So that's the symbol. I can't remember who it is. So y'all let me know. Alright, that's our ground. Let's see our positive. got room for what I think I got room for? I think I do. Let's see. So I think it's change the plans with these real quick. Let me see. So from the looks of it, we're gonna have 4-aught power cable and 1 amp, and we're gonna have dual 2-aught welding cable in the other one. So they'll be about even as far as power. So let's see. Should have enough room to do that. As far as length. Let's see. Oh, one side's almost fit off. What? It's a hassle. It's gonna get in there though. Like I said, it was gonna be a single run, but now it's dual, so that'll work. I knew it was gonna take a while to hook up too, so I'm gonna try to do a lot of fast forwarding through the video. Right here. See? Okay. Now remember, no power is hooked up yet, so let's go ahead and get our power connected. 15.7. So that amp definitely, these amps definitely is going to get what they need. Let's see what next. Oh, other power. Alrighty, so that's all the power hooked up. Let's go ahead and get our remote. And we'll see the amps turn on, then take it from there. What do you see? Right, both amps are on. Alright, so let's go ahead and get you. This is how we looking. This is our power. Oh my bad. Power here, dual power here, ground here, ground here, ground's there. Our speaker wire is hooked up, our remote is hooked up, our RCAs are not. That's our current voltage. So let's go ahead and plug our RCAs in. You see I got my splitters here. So I already know what we need. Let's go into my input. Heard them bump. On my input. Didn't like that. Okay. Have our RCAs in. Everything is on. So let's go ahead and hit play. Get let's see, turn the volume down a little bit. That way we can kind of warm our way into it. falling. Oh my God. Oh wow, everything falling. They definitely working together. Let's hit the play again. Wow. Holy wow. Everything. Oh wow. I don't know if y'all saw all that. I gotta be careful. Everything falling. I'm about to you see this box is dancing. This is wow. I'm gonna have to play this in the daytime because right now, wow. I wonder how it sound on the outside. This is crazy. Oh boy. Yeah, this is wow. Oh boy, let's see. What's a good volume? Okay, yeah, it's getting, look, everything falling. Everything falling. Wow, okay. I'm not gonna be able to play it based on how I got this garage set up. Boy. Okay, I gotta figure this part out. Jesus. What else done fell over here? So, what the hell is that? What's up? Alrighty, let's see something. So that's obviously, that's the sundown amp that been acting up before. It's got to be this one. Okay, so one of my sundown amps been tripping. So now I know that one's still tripping. And that is the one, that is my main sundown amp. Okay. So at least I got that figured out. With it not being hooked to a car. Alright. So, alrighty, so in the midst of knocking down so much windshield wiper fluid, my primary sundown amp finally reared its ugly head. So I can't tell you what is going down with it, but something internally is going on with it. Like I said before, it was acting up. So I'll be taking it to the amp repair guy because it's that one that gave the symptom and started making all the noise and whatnot. So outside of that, and then, but even when no, it was still on. So let's power one on. The one that ain't hooked to those speakers. We'll do that's the black wire. So we would do the one that is hooked to the 8. Oh Jesus, the stuff's still falling. I'm gonna have to pick up all that stuff. God dang it. Look, look, look. Y'all can't hear it in person, but I'm gonna tell you this. It bangs. It bangs. Like I said, only I would think of doing something this insane, I swear. So let's see which is which. Black line is the one I'm supposed to hook up. Okay, I'm tripping. Yep, that's this one. So a little hum that indicates this one is on, the other one isn't. So let's turn our radio on. Come on now. Radio on. Still has some interference in it though. That's still a problem. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't like the fact that it has any interference in it. We're not in the car at all, so. So this is what's not the scar hooked up. Backwards. So okay, the one with the 6/8 hooked up on is currently not on. Okay, so my scars are still on. Okay, so but in the end it's still the same amp that's tripping, which is the bottom amp. So okay. last I remember, those cars couldn't take the full power of that this sundown amp, because I do start smelling them. They don't be smelling burnt, but I definitely smell them. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and end the testing there for the night, because like I said, I don't know exactly what's going on with the other sundown amp, but it's definitely tripping. So let's power it back on without the RCAs hooked up and just see what it does. Now I hear like some interference. So that amp definitely has issues. It does. So I don't even want to play it again. So because even though honestly I can't blow them dang on 6.8s on it, it's only a 3K, and that's at least 4,500 RMS and woofers. But still, I don't want to mess nothing up even more than what it is. So we can go ahead and probably call it a wrap for the night. Let me see. Matter of fact, let's unhook it, hook up the RCAs again, probably play a little bit of something else. Hook our RCAs up. But in the end, like I said, I know the amp has issues now, so I got that solved. See? Yep. So there's no point in playing nothing else. That bottom amp has issues, so we gotta get it to the amp repair guy to see what it is. So, yep. So we got one problem figured out tonight. So that's one thing I am glad of. So I won't be using that 3K, but like I said, I'm glad we got an issue figured out. So in the end, I got one heck of a demo with all of those hooked up, and it was sounding good. Also, I also can notice my amp that pushes my 6 mids acts up sometimes whenever the speaker hits. So I don't know if one of the speakers are blown or if I got to switch amps. So I'm gonna have to start testing those speakers as well, because it'll sound crappy, and then I turn up the volume, then it'll get clear. So that lets me know either something's wrong with one of the speakers in there that makes all of them sound crappy, or something's wrong with this SSL. So I do have different amps. I might honestly test one of the Nakamichi amps on my interior speakers, and we can take it from there. So, like I said, I got one heck of a demo. I tried to get all the stuff that was falling, which it was live on the video. Everything was falling. Even on the other side of the garage, some stuff fell. So, dude, it is loud. It was loud. I wanted to get outside and try to get the door and all that. But, in the end, it's late at night, number one. Number two, too much more stuff would have failed. And they got dangers in here. Even the heater kept trying to fall. So I don't want a leaning. I don't want everything falling and breaking. So can't afford to fix all that. So, but that's gonna be it for the night. This is me, Master 5. Let me know if you like the video, because, like I said, I enjoy how that sound. It was very, very loud. So, like I said, I'll probably be trying one of the Nakamichi amps real soon. Take that sun down. If not, both sun downs to the amp repair guy, and just let him sort it out. Get it whatever repaired, because there got to be some circuitry on the inside that's jacked up. Like I said, it still plays, but it has interference, major interference, and winding through it, and bumps and whatever. So it has to get repaired. So now I'm glad that it reared its head. The problem showed, and it's outside of a car. So now I know it's not the way it's hooked up in the vehicle. It's simply the amp has some internal issues. I even did that in my car several times, and all I did was put a noise isolator on, a ground loop isolator on the RCAs, and that actually helped keep it from doing that. But without a ground loop isolator, the circuit, whatever circuit controls that, is going haywire. So that's what's going on with that amp. And now that I know, I'm glad I do know now. So amp can get repaired, and I can get it prepped for whatever system I plan on running and one of my many vehicles. So we're going to end it there. This is me, Master 5. Like, comment, subscribe, share, Y'all have a great day. Peace.